Hello friends, welcome to the world of project management and for a overview session on the project risk management. Motto of this training is to share my experience in preparing for the PMP certification and have prepared few slides. Friends, let's start with my introduction. I am Anil Kumar Dharam, based in the city of Nizams, Hyderabad, working in IT for 14 years and currently working as a project lead and manager from last 4 years. I succeeded in my PMP certification in 2019 August and supporting 2 major projects currently and giving training on SAP and the project management. Let's quickly move to our agenda for this session that we are going to discuss on what is risk management, that is introduction to the risk management part, the processes involved in the risk management, the key concepts of the risk management, the trends and emerging practices, tailoring considerations, consideration of the agile or adaptive environments and the activities involved in complete project risk management as per the Rita Mulchay Chart. What is risk management? Before discussing these topics, we will discuss about its definition first. The project risk management includes the processes of conducting the risk management planning, identification, analysis, response planning, response implementation, and monitoring the risk on a project. Hope you understood this definition. Mainly this knowledge area is an important area in the project management as it deals with mainly the project risk of your project. So we have to be more concentrate on this part. We have 7 processes in this project risk management, that is plan risk management, identify risk, perform qualitative risk analysis, perform quantitative risk analysis, plan risk responses, implement the risk responses, and monitor the risk. Let me go with each definitions in more detail. First with plan risk management. That is the process of defining how to conduct the risk management activities of a project. Coming to the identify risk. This process mainly used for identifying the individual project risk as well as sources of overall project risk and documenting their characteristics. Third process, performing qualitative risk analysis. This process mainly prioritize the individual project risk for further analysis or actions by assessing their probability of occurrence and impact as well as for the other characteristics. Coming to the fourth process, perform quantitative risk analysis. The process of numerically analyzing the combined effect of identified individual project risk and the other sources of uncertainty on overall project objectives. Coming to the fifth process, plan risk responses. Mainly this process involves in developing the options, selecting the strategies and agreeing on actions to address the overall project risk exposures as well as to treat individual project risk. And the sixth process is implement risk responses. The process of implementing the agreed upon risk response plans. And the last process is monitor the risk. That is the process of monitoring the implementation of agreed upon risk response plans, tracking the identified risk, identifying and analyzing the new risk, and evaluating the risk response effectiveness throughout the project. Hope you understood about each process definition of these 7 processes which are involved in this project risk management knowledge area. Let's start with first concept, that is the key concepts of this project risk management as per the agenda. Organizations should choose to take the project risk in a controlled and intentional manner in order to create a value while balancing the risk and reward. Hope you know this. And the project risk management processes addresses both the levels of the risk in these projects, and these are defined as the individual project risk or the overall project risk. Let me explain what it is. The individual project risk is an uncertain event or condition that, if it occurs, has a positive or negative effect on one or more project objectives. Coming to overall project risk. Overall project risk is the effect of uncertainty on a project as a whole, arising from all the sources of uncertainty, including the individual risk, representing the exposure of the stakeholders to the implications of the variations in the project outcome, that is both the positive and negative. Hope you understood this individual risk and individual project risk and the overall project risk. Let's move to our trending and emerging practices. In the trending and emerging practices, we have three practices, that is non-event risk, project resilience, and integrated risk management. Let me explain one by one in more detail. First, with non-event risk. Most projects focus only on the risk that are uncertain future events that may or may not occur. Examples of event-based risk, that is, a key seller may go out of the business during the project, the customer may change the requirement after design is complete, or a subcontractor may propose enhancements to the standard operating processes. I hope you understood this. And we have the two main types of non-event risk: variability risk and ambiguity risk. Let me explain what is variability risk. The uncertainty exists about some key characteristics of a planned event or activity or a decision is the variability risk. Examples which includes the productivity may be above or below target, or the number of errors found during the testing may be higher or lower than the expected, or the unseasonal weather conditions may occur during the construction phase, or etc. This is all about the variability risk. It varies. Coming to the ambiguity risk. The uncertainty exists about what might happen in the future. That is ambiguity risk. The areas of the project where imperfect knowledge might affect the project ability to achieve its objectives, that includes the elements of the requirement or the technical solution, the future developments in regulatory frameworks, are inherent systematic complex in the project. Hope you understood about these two main types of non-event risk. Moving to the next concept, that is project resilience. The existence of emergent risk is becoming clear with a growing awareness of so-called the unknowable and unknowns. In these are risks that only be recognized after they have occurred. That is project resilience. Hope you understood this concept. Next, move to the next concept, integrated risk management. In this, the project exists in an organizational context and that may form part of the program or portfolio. And the risk exists at each of these levels, and risk should be owned and managed at the appropriate level. And also the some risk identified at higher level will be delegated to the project team for management, and some project risk may be escalated to the higher levels if they are the best managed outside the project. Fine, hope you understood all the key concepts of the project risk management. Let's discuss on the tailoring considerations for this. In the tailoring considerations, we have the project size, the project complexity, the project importance, and the development approach. Let me explain this fourth one by one. First, with project size. In this, we need to tailor does the project size in terms of budget, duration, cost, or team size require some more detailed approach to the risk management or not in terms of size. Coming to the project complexity, we need to consider is a robust risk approach demanded by the high levels of innovation, or new technology, or the commercial arrangements, or the interfaces, or the external dependencies that increase the project complexity. So we need to consider all these things in the project complexity while tailoring the process. Coming to the project importance. Here we need to consider how strategically important is the project is. Coming to the development approach. Here we need to consider, is this a waterfall project where the risk processes can be followed sequentially and iteratively, or does the project follow an agile approach where the risk is addressed at the start of each iteration as well as during its execution? So all these need to be considered when we are going for the choosing the development approach. Hope you understood all the tailoring considerations. Let's move to the consideration of the agile or adaptive environments with respect to the risk management. In this, the risk is considered when selecting the content of each iteration, and the risk will be identified, analyzed, and managed during each iterations. Coming to the next one, the requirements are kept as a living document that is updated regularly, and work may be reprioritized as the project progresses based on an improved understanding of the current risk exposure. Hope you understood the considerations for the agile or adaptive environments. Let's move to the next topic, activities involved in complete risk management as per the Rita Mulchay chart. In the Rita Mulchay chart, it easily explained how what all the activities step to step involved in this process. Let's go one by one and understood clearly. First with determining the development approach, life cycle and how you will plan for each area. Determining the team charter and all the roles and responsibilities. And third is we need to perform the risk identification, qualitative, quantitative risk analysis and risk response planning. And fourth is we need to go back to iterations, and next we need to finalize all the management plans, and we need to develop the realistic and sufficient project management plan and baselines, and we need to request the changes if they're required, and we need to update the issue logs, and we need to facilitate the conflict resolutions, and we need to use and share the project knowledge, and we need to execute the contingency plans. And the next is we need to update the project management plan and the project documents. And the next is we need to take action to monitor and control the project. And we need to measure the performance, again the other metrics in the project management plan. And next we need to analyze and evaluate the data and performance. And we need to determine if the variances warrant a corrective action or the other change request. And next we need to influence the factors that cause a change. And the next step we need to request the changes. And the next step we need to update the project management plan and the project documents. And the next we need to perform the risk reviews, reassessment and audits. And last we need to manage the reserves. So all the steps involved in the project risk management as described in the Rita Mulchay chart. Hope you understand about all the topics which we have discussed in this session. That is introduction to the risk management, what is risk management, its key benefits, and we have discussed the processes involved in the risk management. We have discussed the key concepts, and we have discussed the trends and emerging practices, and we have discussed the tailoring considerations and the agile adaptive environments and the steps involved in the complete project risk management as per the Rita Mulchay chart. This completes our first session on the introduction to the risk management. Hope you liked it with the available information which I have prepared. Let's discuss more detail on the first process, that is planned risk management process, in the next video. Kindly provide your feedback on the given email ID below, and please subscribe my channel if you like this video. Bye for now. It's your Anil Kumar Dharam.